This question asks us to compare values of Kp for closely related reactions. The original reference reaction is H2 plus Br2 yields 2 HBr, and they give us a value of Kp of 3.5 times 10 to the positive fourth for that particular reaction. In each of the parts that are listed in this question, we have almost the same reaction. The coefficients are either reduced by 1/2 the original amount, or the equation is flipped around, or both of those things have occurred. For right now, I think I would recommend skipping part A, and we'll come back to that one, because that's actually the hardest part. Let's do part B, then C, and then come back to A. So starting with part B, we have an equation that is the same as the reference equation except it's flipped around. In that case, what we would want to do is take the value of Kp that they provided and take 1 divided by that. When the reaction is flipped around, we just take 1 divided by Kp, or 1 over 3.5 times 10 to the fourth, and we arrive at 2.86 times 10 to the negative fifth. In part C, the equation is not flipped around, but the coefficients are all half of what they are in the original reference equation. So instead of a coefficient of 1 for H2, it's half. Instead of 1 for Br2, it's half. And instead of 2 for HBr, it's a 1. In that case, if the multiplier for the coefficients is 1/2, then to find the new value of Kp, take the original value and raise it to the power of that multiplier, which was 1/2. So 3.5 times 10 to the negative fourth, all raised to the 1/2 power, which is the same as saying take the square root of 3.5 times 10 to the fourth. That works out to be 186. Now back to part A, which I think is the hardest one. In part A, the equation is both flipped around. The HBr is on the left, whereas in the reference reaction it was on the right, and the coefficients are half as much. To calculate this one, we'll take 1 divided by, so we're taking the inverse of the value of Kp, and we are going to raise the power of Kp to the 1/2 power, which is the multiplier. That's the same as taking 1 over the square root of 3.5 times 10 to the fourth. And that works out to be 1 over 187, which is 0.00535.